Oh, appropriate music, considering what's coming tonight. Y'all ready for tier lists? Because I know a lot of you are. Lower that even more, because I'm worried about Latin auteur stealing my my non-existent revenue. Anyway, alright, so we got some tier lists. I have a lot of them that have been submitted to me, as usual. I actually made, I actually did the smart thing for once. I've started bookmarking every tier list that gets sent to me, so I have them for later, or potentially the next stream. So, you know, feel free to send me tier lists at any time, and I'll just save them. So I have a bunch tonight. Some I found, some others submitted to me, and we're gonna get through them. So normally we kick it off with a tier list that's pretty relevant to something that I've streamed recently. So we're gonna do Pizza Tower characters because I streamed Pizza Tower. And there's quite a few of them. I actually don't remember some of these. So this is gonna be kind of interesting. So I tell you what, let me, as per usual, add a row below. What? No, I'm trying to, this is relatively small compared to the last one. By the way, the last one didn't do as well as I thought it did. I thought maybe, you know, Video Game Crush tier list would get a lot of views. It didn't. Oh well. Anyway, Pizza Tower is absolutely worth playing. It's very good. Alright, so let's start. This is like enemies and regular characters. Some of them I don't recognize, so we'll just put them in the what category. What if Pizza Tower was made in the 90s? I think it would fit right in the 90s. You'd have to do a lot of work to get as much animation into a game in the 90s as Pizza Tower has. Anyway, we got the little grabby hands that grab you and prevent you from progressing. You go in D tier. Freedom Planet 2. Yes, it is. I had Freedom Planet on a poll, but it surprisingly it came in 3rd place. I'm surprised. I played Freedom Planet. Do I have Freedom Planet 2 or was it on my wish list? I don't remember. Oh well. The snowman from the snowman level. I kind of like the design, or not the snowman, the freezer level. Yes, I did. I watched Lackadaisy. I like his design. I'll put him in B tier. Lackadaisy was great. I also watched the 2nd episode of A Fox in Space, which again, I want to plug that. Look up A Fox in Space on YouTube. It is a fan-made animated series based on Star Fox, and it's made by one guy. And it looks incredible. In fact, I'm tempted to actually like just show it real quick. Hold on, let me. I just want to give you a little taste of A Fox in Space here, just to show you. Let's see. I just want to show you the style that they use. So here it is. There's the channel. Here's episode 2. It's 40 minutes long. Here's the first episode's 13 minutes long. What's a good clip to show? They even put up the soundtrack. But like, look at the art style. Here, let's just go to the channel. Oh, I'll show this one real quick after. I'll show this one. Just to give you an idea of like the visuals. I love that they like incorporated the aesthetic of the SNES game.
Master reading UA 101, CFA Captain McLeod, give copy.
McLeod UA 101, fid copy.
That's James McLeod. That's actually Fox's father. So they go into like the whole lore of Star Fox too. Hello. Sorry to pause everything, but I really wanted to show this. I want people to like be aware of this.
Very good, Captain. Welcome to Venom.
I don't know what it is about the voice acting in this too, but it's like something about it is like really like appealing. How long did it take to make episode 2? Well, let's find out. Hold on, I want to grab this one real quick. So the second episode came out a couple of days ago, like about a week ago, I think. When did the first episode come out? 6 years ago. Because like one guy is working on this. It's insane. But it's so good. All right, I'm gonna show you my my favorite clip from the second episode. Hey Gleam, we're watching this real quick.
James McCloud.
Yeah, no shit.
The Star Fox guy.
Was he alone?
Hey! That's a bag of nudes that stole my scooter.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
That's quite an accusation on me. Have you got any proof?
I love that they made Falco's family Italian.
No, but I know he's
Can't do nothing about it if there ain't no proof.
But that's the friggin' guy, though!
Falco, honey, you don't want your father getting in trouble again.
But Ma, I swear to God!
Wow!
Sorry!
You better watch it.
I said I was sorry. Are you really just gonna let him—
Shut up and eat your fucking fazoo!
Yes, sir.
Preach, Carlo.
Anyway, thanks for indulging me. Yeah. Okay, Pizza Tower. Speaking of Italian, oh, I need my music back. This episode's gonna be a copyright nightmare, isn't it? Anyway. New Jersey Italian Falco. Shut up and eat your gabagool. Anyway, this guy from the freezer, the little ghost with the knife, he's kind of cute. I'll give him a B tier. He's a problem though. I don't remember the bat. You'd be surprised. One of the Mario 64 streams got copyright struck by Latin auteur, who definitely owns the rights to the Mario Brothers music. Yeah, it is. Thankfully. Although, I have gotten muted a few times for dumb stuff. This is the tomato from the Don't Make a Sound level. He's kind of cute too. I put him in. Okay, these are the patrol robots from Don't Make a Sound. They get you in trouble. Screw them. Well, you see, that's why I record my streams separately, so they don't get, if they get muted or whatever, I can just re-upload, or I can just, put it up on YouTube. I don't remember this guy too much, so I'm gonna put him in what? I don't remember this one either. I don't know what this is. What is this? It looks like a sprite from another unrelated game. This guy's kind of cool, but I don't remember him either. I do like his whole deal. He's like a Monsters Inc. character. The angry sausages. I don't remember what they're from, so put them there. The pizza alien, though, that's a good character. Gotta love him. The tank from the war level, kind of a problem, but not too bad. The Red Baron, the Red Baron from Red Baron's Pizza. He's the guy that gives you the hot wings, right? Or is that no? This is the guy that gives you the hot wings. Okay. Where's the pizza shark? I don't know. He's not on here. I don't remember him too much, but I guess he's kind of cool. What the hell is this? The meatball? It's like meat wad. I don't remember you. This is probably from the night level. Maybe, I don't remember. I'm just going by what I remember from the game. I don't remember this either. What is this guy? Don't know what that is. Don't remember this. Okay, there's the noise, who was a huge problem for me. So he's gonna go, you know, I'll put him in C tier because he wasn't the worst. I don't know what these evil eyes are. I don't remember that. Okay, and now we have the Toppins, or the Toplings, as I like to call them. These are the guys you gotta rescue. They're kind of funny. I don't know, I kind of like them. I kind of like them equally. So, you know what? I'm gonna give them all A tier. They're cool. You know, oh God, should I even bother bringing this up? So, Pizza Tower was, like, big on YouTube for a little while. I think it still kind of is. Guys, I don't want to... should I even bother talking about this? So, somebody made a video where they turned the Toppins into waifus. And, it made me want to die a little bit. It was, to be fair, I think the designs were cool. Yeah. I think the designs were pretty clever. But, yeah. Do you guys want to say it? Are we pausing again for another video? I've been meaning to do YouTube reaction streams. Are they worse than Pokemon waifus? No? Question mark? All right, I guess we're gonna watch it. Hold on. Morbidly, yes. Everything. All right, I guess we're gonna pause again. Hold on. I bet if I just type in Pizza Tower, it's good, or it might even be here because it kept showing up in my recommendeds. All right, never mind. Let's just look. Pizza Tower, Vine Sauce Pizza Tower. This guy doing covers of Pizza Tower is cool though. Unless it got taken down. I don't know why it would get taken down. Because it wasn't like against any rules. It's just the very idea of it just kind of made me, oh hey look, it's Lackadaisy. We could be watching that. Okay, well there's one. That's what one of them looks like. Pizza Tower. Okay, you know what? Pizza Tower. Toppings. Oh shoot, did it actually get taken down? It might have got taken down. Oh. The comeuppance. Peppery and the Magical Town. Yeah, somebody did that too. Toppings girls. Well, there's a reaction video to it. I think it got taken down. Oh wow. Hold on, let me. I think I sent the link to somebody. Let me check real quick. If I can find the message. The thing will load. I got too many. I was already complaining in the pre-stream that stuff was not loading quick on my browser for some reason. I don't know why. What got taken down? We were doing Pizza Tower tier lists, and I was talking about the Toppins. The Topplings, and I mentioned that somebody turned them into waifus, and there's a video about them on YouTube. Let me see. No, there it is. Okay, I guess maybe, it got, like, buried by the algorithm? Okay, hold on. Let me lower it. Alright, here we go. You guys, y'all ready to get funky? Here you go, you weirdos. Again, I'll say credit where credit's due. The designs are kind of clever. Yep. This is the person who did this is -8. I don't know anything about them. I'm assuming they do this frequently. I love that the pineapple just spins. Toppings, but with tits, yeah. Basically. She just spins because that's what the pineapple does in the game. Yeah, so this is a thing that somebody did. Why am I showing it? I don't know. Alright, then enough. Enough. Too many distractions. Look, Yoshi's Island music. It's nice. Maybe if his toppings were like this in his restaurant, it could have been successful. Maybe. Anyway, here's Mort the Chicken from an obscure PS2 game that they got permission to use. I guess I kind of enjoy him as a chicken, but the power-up was a little wonky. I'll put him in B tier. The janitor, who helps us find, he's kind of a pain to find, so I'll put him in B tier. John Pillar, who's kind of an innocent in all this. I'm put him in A tier because you always gotta beat him up. There's Peppino. Peppino is our boy, S tier. The greaseball from the golf levels. I guess we'll put him in B tier. He's kind of a pain to use. Lucky 2 Santa Claus, who is also, well, he's not that bad. You just can't kill him. The Ghost King for that one level. He's also kind of a problem. I'll put him in C tier. These are all the ghosts from the, you know what, I'm gonna put them in D with the things that alert them. There you go. That rocking horse, you gotta race. Screw him. I hate him so much. That's animatronic Peppino. When you get caught in the don't say a word, don't make a sound level, you get turned into this, which is a reference to what happens when you lose in Five Nights at Freddy's. So I kind of think it's funny. So you know what, I'm putting him in B tier. There's Gustavo. Put Gustavo in S tier. Why is the eyeball here? That's the level. That's how you get into the bonus levels. Well, I don't know why it's an eyeball. It's weird and gross. Put it in C tier. Okay, Snotty was like this little slime creature inside one of the hub levels that you can run into and kill. I don't know why he's there. That's on the new horror RG Welcome Home. I don't think I've seen it, so I don't know. I guess Snotty, I'm sorry I destroyed you, Snotty. You can go in A tier. There's Noisette from that's the Noise's girlfriend. Right here. She didn't really do a whole lot in the game, but I do kind of like her. So, I'll put her in A tier. We have the Pizza Wizard. Or is that a different... No, there's the Pizza Wizard. Who's this guy? It's like Nacho Man, Pizza Man. I don't remember you. Go in there. This is the ghost from the vigilante fight. He wasn't much of a problem. I'll put him in C tier. These are the characters that you have to deliver the little gnome pizza guy to. They seem kind of cool. They remind me of the characters from Wreck-It Ralph a little bit. The little characters, the NPCs in his game. They're cool. Put them in B tier. They didn't do a whole lot else, unfortunately. And yeah, you can go in B tier too. There's Brick, Gustavo's buddy, his rat buddy. Involves on a website that focuses mainly on uncovering Lost Puppet Show, which the show itself is similar vein to Muppets or Sesame Street. Okay, I will at some point. This looks like The Noise, but it's a different character. I don't remember this. I don't know. And then there's the Pizza Pope, who helps you or hinders you depending on the situation. There's one of the rats that blocks your way. It's a pain to get through. I don't know why this is here. Listen, that's not good pizza. You don't want that pizza. The tutorial pizza. It's kind of useful. I'll put her in A tier. Pizza Face. The pizza demon that chases you. C tier. This is just a cardboard cutout. What is this? It's fun, I guess. I'll put it in B tier. There's the Pizza Man. He can go next to his Pizza Face. I don't remember this guy. There's the... Wait, why is the noise here twice? What is this? I don't... Okay, whatever. These guys are kind of a pain because you can't run into them unless you're at full speed. I don't remember this. The monkey was kind of funny. Put the monkey in C tier. Put him in B tier. These are the guys that show up during the escape. They're not that much of a problem, but they are kind of a problem. They're basically on the same level as this guy. Embrace monkey. Reject humanity. Return to monkey. That's one of the pepperoni dudes. I guess he's not much of an issue. Goblin bomb. The pizza goblins. Same. Okay, this guy. Alright, so I looked at this character wrong. You see the white thing right here? I thought that was his mouth. Like he has a big toothy grin. That's supposed to be... It's supposed to be like one of those frilly white things that like... noblemen or I guess conquistadors wear. You know the white thing around the neck that's like all outward and frilly? I don't know what that's called, but that's what it is. But I thought he was just like this big grinning guy. But apparently I was wrong. He is kind of a problem. I guess he'll go with this lot here. We want to talk about the Monkey Kid series or no? The Monkey Kid? I did Monkey Kid. I don't know what that is. I either don't remember or I just don't know. Here's an anchovy. I'm gonna put anchovy in C tier because it does not belong on pizza. Actually, you know what? You can go right here. That's the worst pizza topping. Here's one of the pizza slimes from the Wild West level. Cool. They call it Broad Lance or a Linen Collar. Well, there you go. I thought it was his mouth. His mouth. So yeah, these guys were okay. They're fine. This is the dude that shoots at you, the pirate guy. I kind of like him, but he's not. He wasn't much of a threat. Here's Mr. Stick. 2D animated Lego car. Oh. Chargeman Ken versus Speed Racer. I think Chargeman Ken can destroy Speed Racer. Rough collars. Ah, okay. Well, whatever it is, it's not a mouth. That's all we know. This is Mr. Stick. He's He helps you, but I don't know, something about him shifty. He's kind of greedy. Here's the dude that gives you the hot wings. These things tend to be a little bit of a problem. This is the guy that makes you into the ghost. So he's pretty useful. He's got kind of, looks like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. Favorite flavor for wings? I'm partial to honey mustard. But barbecue is good. Sometimes buffalo is good. Anyway, here's the lady that you get that secret thing from. I mean, we don't know much about her, but I guess there you go. These things are cool. Like, conceptually, I like them. They're like slimy little flying bones of pizza. I'm gonna put them in A tier because I like them. Here's that potato man from the farmer level. Again, kind of the same level as these guys because he's got the pitchfork. I vaguely remember the eggplant. Oh, they're doing a season 2. Oh, cool. This season has done better than the last revival they tried to do. I don't remember this guy. I mean, I vaguely remember. I just don't know what he is from. I mean, actually, I'm gonna put you down there. I don't remember. This guy is... He kind of reminds me of Master Shake. In fact, I'm just gonna put him right here next to the thing I thought was Meatwad. The rats. This is the enemy rat. Sonic 7 AM Season 3. We never got that. I think he's kind of cute. I'll put him in A tier. Pepperman. I like him. I like his, like, animations and stuff, so, you know what? I'm gonna give him an A tier. The cool pineapple from that one level. I'm tempted to put it next to the cool pineapple. Yeah, I'm hoping to get to say it. Okay, now we have all the pigs. All right, in fact, let me let's group the pigs together. There we go. We got all the drivers. They were just kind of background characters. They weren't like part of the thing, but they are cool. So you know what? I like them. I'm gonna put them in A tier. All of them. All the pigs. The pigs. In the A tier. Except for you, because I think you're an enemy. I'll put you in B tier. Lackadaisy. Really? I'd imagine they would. Here's another one of the cheese slime, or the pizza slime. Whatever. This is one that shoots at you. Put him right next to right next to his buddy there. The treasure chest. I think you only find this guy once. So B tier, I guess. This guy's kind of cool. He shoots arrows at you in the gnome forest. You know what? I'm gonna put him in A tier. I like him. The Vigilante. Not necessarily the hardest boss in the game, but one that kind of gave me some trouble. Oh boy, you. Soon. These guys were annoying. They're like little choo-choos from Legend of Zelda. Here's the Pizza Wizard. I like the Pizza Wizard. The little olive aliens were kind of cool too. I'll put that in A tier. This is one of those things you need Mort to destroy, if I remember correctly. Kind of annoying. The Burger Golfer. Yes, I like him. I forgot a pig? Oh, I did! That's the pig cop. That's the one that arrests you. So screw him. You go in B tier. This guy, I just love his the look on his face. This is the chuckster, the guy that grabs you and tosses you. Yeah, you know what? I just like him visually. And there's fake Peppino. Ugh. Only 2 of you were there to see my victory against him, getting that P rank. I like him conceptually, but my god, my feelings are very biased right now, because that battle took forever. This is one of the noises, buds. Where's the noise? Where'd I put him? There you go. It's quite the dramatic target. Yes, it was. Here's a pizza slice that is smoking a cigarette and just absolutely has had enough. I kind of like him too. The shrimp from whatever level this was from. He's pretty cool. Put him in B tier. Trash can. Is this the trash can you have to grab the lid and slide around on? B tier. Okay, this was cool. They did Ninja Turtles pizzas in the sewer level, no less. So you know what? I like this guy. You know what? You get an S tier, because it's just conceptually great. This guy is the little grabby dude that grabs you. I don't like him. You can go next to the other grabby hand, and they can touch each other and leave me alone. Okay, I remember the Pepino robots. They showed up very briefly in the war level, I think, or one of the later levels. They're all right, I guess. This is the thing that turns you into a blob of flesh inside of a pizza box. That's a cool power-up, though. I don't remember this guy. He's cool, though. He's like a little fluttery dinosaur pizza. Cheese dough, or whatever it's supposed to be. These are just the generic enemies, like the little blobs. They're mid-tier. They're hardly a problem. I don't remember this guy. This is the thing that's like behind your combo meter. I don't know what it's supposed to be, though. Put that there. I don't remember this particular enemy. These cows were annoying. This is the bounce mushroom. Pretty useful, I guess. Put it A tier. I don't remember this. This is the thing that turns you into a bowling ball. Again, very useful. Put him with the mushroom. This is the nose that the grease ball gets trapped in. Where is he? There you go. Hang out together. I like the design of the moon from that one level. You have to turn into, or you have to grab the rocket to destroy it. So you know what? I'm gonna put him in A tier. I like him. I don't remember what this thing is. I don't know what this is, and I don't know what that is. All right. Oh, that's the zombie you have to slide on. There you go. All right, Pizza Tower tier list. We got our 3 boys here. We get the Ninja Turtle pizza, and everyone else that I can remember. All right. So, since we were talking about Mario earlier, we got the movie coming up, and I think it's appropriate to transition from one crazed Italian to another, just like how we did when I was done with Pizza Tower and I played Mario 64. So, Super Mario main series tier list games. In honor of the movie. This is the, yes, very, very timely recommendation too. Alright, so not a whole lot here, thankfully. Surprisingly, not that many mainline Mario games. Huh. Super Mario Bros. 2 better be in the freaking S tier. But yeah, there it is. You know what? That is one of my favorite Mario games. I would like to put it on stream at some point. Okay, so we have these new Super Mario Brothers games. They're all right. I'm just gonna go ahead and put them here. They're fine. They're like return to 2D. Simple game with simple premise. Yep. Super Mario 3D Land, and then Super Mario 3. This was the DS game, right? On the day I will get my deathless, warpless Luigi only run. Hell yeah. Luigi, yo! This is the 3DS. Okay, I remember this game. I don't remember playing much of it, unfortunately. I guess Well, it's not the same as these, but it's I guess somewhat on the same level for me. Super Mario 3D World. I really liked this game. It's very long. You get a lot of content out of it. You get multiplayer. Brings back the 4-player. Well, not the 4-player, but the 4 selectable characters with their powers from Mario 2, which I thought was really cool. The original, yeah, we'll get to that. Oh God. I did, yeah. You know what? I liked this one. It was fun. Especially, okay. I have actually once played a 4-player game of this. It is a nightmare in 4-player because people are running around. It's hard to keep track. All right, and then we got the original Super Mario Brothers. It's not the best Mario game, but it is the first. So we'll put it there. Do the Mario. And then we have Mario 64, which is a great game. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in B tier, mostly because they still didn't quite figure out the controls and the camera, but it is still a very, very good game. Mario Brothers 3. I'm gonna put that in S tier. That's a good one. And now we have Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, aka the original Super Mario Brothers 2. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Super Mario Brothers 2 was actually a reskin of a game called Doki Doki Panic. And it's the same thing, just different characters instead of the Mario characters. It was on the Famicom Disk System. You were required to play all 3 characters, or you have to beat the game with all 4 characters in order to complete the game, which is stupid. You're still running? Really? Oh, hold on. I got a hand cramp. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Bowser's Fury. You know what? I didn't play Bowser's Fury. I would have liked to. It's an open world Mario game. Seems pretty cool. So this was not the original Mario Bros. 2. This is what US got as Mario 2. This is the original Mario 2. It's basically this game, but harder. Like, way harder. The levels are more difficult to navigate. They added the poison mushroom, which kills you or, reduces your power up. And they have like wind. They have like wind mechanics in it. This game sucks. We eventually did get this game as the Lost Levels in Mario All-Stars for Super Nintendo. And, yeah, it's pretty obvious as to why we never got this game. Yeah, Freakbot actually streamed this not too long ago. In fact, I think he streamed it, yesterday, right? Yeah, he was streaming it, and, yeah, you have to get small on purpose, because in the Bowser levels... one of the Bowser levels, you have to, go through a certain path to get to the end, which you had to do that in this too, but not in one of the, till like the later levels. This one, it happens a lot earlier. And you have to be small Mario to like fit under the little path to get through it. It sucks. Awful. Anyway, we got the 2 Game Boy games. We got Super Mario Land, Super Mario Land 2, the debut of Wario. If I'm not mistaken, Miyamoto didn't work on the first one, which is why it's so different from the second one. Second one was a little bit more of a return to form. But I do remember playing this a lot. I remember playing both of these a lot, actually. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna put them in A tier because they're really good. Super Mario Run. This is the mobile game, right? Gunpei Yokoi working on. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why it's so different. This is the mobile game, right? I don't think I've ever played this. Oh, I forgot a new Super Mario Bros. Game. These are all basically the same. Like, all these games are basically the same thing. Except sometimes they add, like, multiplayer and different power-ups, but it's all basically the same thing. I actually haven't played Mario Run, but I'm not big on mobile games, so I'll put that there. Super Mario Sunshine. Ooh. Probably the most divisive Mario game. So, I actually had this on my last poll, and it did not even come close to winning. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, you either really like this game or you don't. I'm kind of in the don't category. It's awkward. The levels aren't really designed that well. If I'm not mistaken, this game isn't even finished. Like, there's a lot of unused content in it that just never got implemented. So, it's a B tier. Good if you just wanted to play it. Yeah. It's fine. It's worth playing maybe once just to check it out. But, yeah, overall, it's not... Yeah, oh yeah, do not 100% it. It's not even worth 100%ing. If I remember correctly, the 100% bonus is just like a different end screen. And that's it. All you gotta do is, I think, get 5 shines per level, and then you can get to the final area. Or something like that. Yeah, don't play it, but don't try to complete it. Finish it, maybe, but don't complete it. Oh, excuse me. Super Mario World. Again, one of the best. I mean, it was the jump to 16-bit. You introduced Yoshi. It was a big game with a lot of content. Next is Mario World, which probably the best 2D Mario. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's basically a much bigger version of Mario 3. Because there's a lot of content, a lot of hidden secrets, a lot of paths you can take, new power-ups. Hell yeah. Mario Odyssey. You know what? I have played Mario Odyssey. I never finished it. Actually, let me take that back. I did finish it. I got the ending, but I didn't do any like the after game stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm pretty good with this. I wouldn't mind maybe streaming it at some point too, but it was really good. I love this. I love the music for it. So yeah, you know what? That's S tier. And then we have Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2. These are two very good games. I like the vibe of Mario Galaxy 1. And the soundtrack was really good. I'm amazed to this day that they were able to program, like, the gravity physics in this. I didn't play a whole lot of 2. 2 is like a completely different game. It's like they already rebooted this for some reason. So, you know what? I'm gonna put Galaxy in A tier. And I'm gonna put Galaxy 2 in B tier, if only because I didn't play a whole lot of it. You've 100%, but really? I've seen what you have to do to 100% Galaxy 2, by the way. It's insane. Like, those green stars are... Some of them are like a nightmare to get. But anyway, there's the Mario tier list. Yeah, I'm pretty good with this. Again, I never played Mario Run, but if it's a mobile game, I'm probably not going to be into it. Originally 2 is what was left in the original game that they could. Okay, so it was meant to be like just like an add-on for this then. I didn't like that they like basically dropped the plot of Galaxy, and they got rid of like Rosalina and the observatory, and they gave us that fat purple thing, and whatever his name was, Blubs or whatever. Downgrade. Anyway, that's the Mario tier list for the algorithm and the game and the movie that's coming out. Next up, we have Toonami. This is original run Toonami, 97 to 2008. I'm pretty sure that this is everything that they had. Yeah, I think you recommended me a different one. This was one I had already had. This is because this is the old school Toonami. before it ended and then came back for some reason. So you got like more than just anime on here. Like there's the old Hanna-Barbera stuff, Thundercats. I'm pretty sure this is what they had, or I could be wrong. You never know with these tier lists because anybody can just make them before the dark times. Anyway, I don't think I've seen every single one of these. Also, I literally just noticed that there is a thing just for Batman the Animated Series. I mean, is anyone gonna argue? Is anyone gonna argue this? No, of course you're not. So yeah, I don't know if this is a complete list. Nope, exactly. But we're gonna do our best, I suppose. We will work with what we have. Okay. Anyway, the Galaxy Trio, the Hanna-Barbera superheroes. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I wish they would do more with the Hanna-Barbera superheroes, like Space Ghost and Birdman and like the Herculoids and the Galaxy Trio. I want to see like, I know they did comics with them, but I want to see like, I want them to do like a cinematic universe of these characters. Even though 12th level intellect's more, hell yeah he is. I want to see them do something more with these. But anyway, Galaxy Trio was alright. It was basically on the same level as like, you know, all the other shows. They have powers, they fight bad guys, there's explosions. The Herculoids, on the other hand, was always my favorite. Because I just loved them. They're so cool. I mean, it's a family living in the outer space jungle with all their animal friends, and they all have superpowers. I mean, what's not to love about them? I'm gonna put Herculoids in A tier because I love them. The New Adventures of Johnny Quest, a very, very, very underrated and I guess very overlooked series. It was one of those shows that like tried to take advantage of like the new hip technology of 3D animation, but of course visually it hasn't held up that well. But I do remember the show being really good. Yeah, the aesthetic was good. Again, the CGI, yeah, like Reboot. Yeah, although honestly, I think Reboot looks better than this. But yeah, it was good. It had a lot of action. Yeah, the 3D proportions. Yeah. If I remember correctly, Robert Patrick was the voice of Race. The T-1000 himself was Race Bannon. You know what? This show was really good. Yeah, I would put it in S tier, but I'm putting it in A tier, but only because the CGI hasn't held up that well. Well, gee whiz, guys. Yeah, for the first season. I remember the pilot, too. I like the... Oh, you know what was cool about this? The bad guys were really cool in this show. There was that one guy who was like... He was like a cult leader, and he had a skull mask on. He preached stuff. Oh, I gotta rewatch this. It's got... Is this on HBO Max? It better be. It's gotta be somewhere. If they had forgotten about this show, I swear to God, I'm gonna be angry. Alright, well, Thundercats, I mean, I'm biased. So, I'm gonna put Thundercats in S tier because I love it. Then we got Robotech. Robotech is kind of a hard one to... Despite the flaws, Thundercat, yeah. Despite, the problem with Robotech is it's hard to judge nowadays. Because I think more people want, Macross, like the original Macross. And Robotech was kind of sewn together from 3 completely unrelated anime. And it worked, surprisingly. But it is still, like, fun to watch. Like, the writing in it is surprisingly good for what it is. I don't know how much of it actually... Yeah, Robotech is great. I don't know how much of it is, like, accurate towards Macross. Hell yeah, we're doing Toonami. This is, again, original Toonami. This is my gateway into... Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when it originally aired in the 80s, hell yeah. As well as, same thing with Voltron, but we'll get to Voltron. You know what? I'm gonna... Robotech is great. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Okay, so here's the thing. I've not watched a lot of Sailor Moon. I know, like, everyone I know is, like, big into Sailor Moon, and I feel like I've missed out because because everyone else likes it, and I'm just like, I didn't watch it. I mean, I've seen a couple episodes. Put that shit in S tier. This is my list. This is my list. I know you do, but I've not... Okay, here's the... I don't feel like I've watched enough of it to you know, properly put it somewhere, you know? I tell you what, the couple episodes I seen, I thought were pretty good, so... Until I actually dive into it one day, it's all up on YouTube. Alright, cool. Good to know. The author's husband's show is also on this. What? Oh. What show is that? Alright, well, anyway, as I've said, until the day I watch more of it, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Because really? Alright, well, we'll get to that eventually. Transformers Beast Wars. Toonami aired Beast Wars? Really? I don't remember that. My god, Toonami aired so many different things. Like, looking at this list, it's like Superman and Tenchi Muyo and Reboot and Powerpuff Girls and Zoids and Ben 10 and Fantastic Four. It's like, what? What was Toonami back then? It was a mess. Yeah, Beast Wars. I haven't watched all of Beast Wars, but I do like it. So again, much like with Sailor Moon, I don't know if I'm proper to the proper one to judge it. The cool side of Cartoon Network, yeah. It's not my favorite Transformers show, but I of what I've seen of it, I did like it. So until I can delve into it further, it's going here. The edgy side of Cartoon Network. No, that's Adult Swim. Which, by the way, I was gonna do an Adult Swim list too, but I decided to just do this one instead. Alright, we got the great one, Dragon Ball Z. Okay, this I have actually, you know, seen enough of to properly judge it amongst these. DBZ is great, but of course it does have that problem that we all know and don't love of the show dragging on for a very, very long time. Filler. Not just filler, because the parts that I'm talking about aren't filler. They were like battles that were significant and important in the story, but they took up like weeks at a time. OG Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Dragon Ball DBZ Kai kind of fixed things, thankfully, and Super kind of extended the life of it. So if we're talking about just the Dragon Ball that aired on Toonami, it is important too. I think it's also, we should also take that into account. It is a very important anime that's still going strong. So you know what? I'm gonna give it A tier because it does have a lot of good parts to it. Just the problem is, if we're talking about DBZ Kai, maybe it would go up, or at least down the road a little bit. But I think right there is fine for it. DBZ movie dubs version is amazing. Yeah, I have some VHS tapes of that. I have the Trunks special, and I have the Bardock one. And they added in, like, modern music to it, like, I think Sum 41 was on it. And, like, you know, bands of that time. Anyway, speaking of Reboot, here's Reboot. Reboot's awesome, despite how the CGI hasn't aged very well. Although, I would say it has aged better than most. Like, Mainframe, like, knew what they were doing from the beginning. So that is very noteworthy. I would dare say that there are CGI shows and things that came after Reboot that look worse than Reboot. Hi, Johnny Quest. So because of that, I'm going to put Reboot just above Johnny Quest. In fact, let's do this. There we go. Ronin Warriors. You know what? I don't think I have ever watched Ronin Warriors. It's a very popular show, I know. A lot of people loved it, but I don't think I've seen it. So, you know what? Let's do our normal thing. No. Watch. I'm going to put that there. I would actually really like to check it out at some point, because I know, again, a lot of people really like it. Change the color. What of this one? Purple. OG Powerpuff Girls was so good. You know, watch Ronin Warriors. Yeah, it's one of those shows that, like, I hear it has a huge fan following. It just never, I just never got around to watching it, unfortunately. Yes, it does. The later seasons, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, there's more good episodes than bad episodes. And I'll even say that there were times in the later seasons where things were actually pretty good. Like, I remember there was an episode where Mojo Jojo kidnapped the narrator and he took over the show. That episode was good. And that was one of the later season episodes. Powerpuff Girls up there with... Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't say it's as bad as Velma, but it's still pretty bad. You know what? Powerpuff Girls goes in A tier, because, yes. Tenchi in Tokyo. I don't think I watched this version of Tenchi. I was not that into Tenchi. Are the other ones on here somewhere? Probably passing it and not even realizing it. No. I don't think. No. Wow. Okay, we can confirm this is an incomplete list. Did it suck? Alright, well, I never watched it. I never really got that into Tenchi, unfortunately. It just never really, like, stuck with me. Oh my god, Blue Submarine, whatever the hell it was called. This is another, like, this was like 4 episodes long. And it was about humans fighting off, like, fish people or something. I think that's all I remember of this. They was, like, the world is flooded and there was, like, a shark man. And he was, like, sending his fish people against the humans or something. Am I remembering this right? Tenchi Muyo was great, plus it has a hot spring. Of course it does. I mean, you can't have a...
Endless trash!
There's your answer. Fuck you, it's Tenchi in Tokyo. Alright, I don't remember a whole lot about... I remember little bits and pieces. I'm gonna put this in C tier, if only because it didn't... I guess it didn't leave much of an impression on me. So, there you go. Superman the Animated Series. Obviously not as good as Batman the Animated Series, but still pretty good. You know, these shows paved the way for Justice League, so that's important. Here's the thing. I remember watching this. I don't, is good. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. I guess I'll put it in A tier. I mean, yeah, that seems fair enough. You tend to go back and forth between the two. I should probably rewatch this at some point just to get a refresher on it. Anyway, Outlaw Star goes in S tier because it's awesome. Didn't even have to think about that one. Outlaw Star is such a good show. Like the comedy, the characters, the whole space travel thing, the visuals. If it were anywhere else, we'd have problems. Well, I can't put it any higher because Batman the Animated Series is at the top, so... This is only for Batman the Animated Series. That's how the tier list was. The tier list was just like this. So I was like, alright, there you go. Anyway, the Big O. Oof. The Big O. Oh, Big O. Yeah, I remember the theme song. Big O. It was like something like that. The anime moved through the... Yeah, okay, so what happened was they aired this on Toonami, and the show didn't have an ending. So it was moved to Adult Swim, and Adult Swim commissioned a second season. The first season, great first season, the second season, yeah, it started to get a little bit too existential and weird and meta, and yeah... I mean, I still like it. I found a lot of the things in the second season interesting, but it was a very weird direction for the show. I put it in B tier. I think that's fair enough. Sure promises a free rant. I have to look that one up. Alright, Cardcaptor Sakura. I think I've seen less of this than Sailor Moon. So... no watch. I remember when they showed this on, like, Kids WB or whatever, and it was like a bad translation or something. And I was like, what is this? Because I think this came out around the same time as, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! So, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Got popular, and I think maybe they were like, oh, here's another show about cards. Let's put that on American television. So, yeah, that's... I don't know, I never watched a whole lot of it. You remember Noah streaming? Oh, yeah. He probably did. Okay, so now we have either G-Force or Gatchaman or Battle of the Planets. It's hard to tell. I mean, they're all very much the same. I remember kind of liking it. I mean, I guess I'll put it in B tier. Alright, now we have our OG Dragon Ball, which incidentally was aired after Dragon Ball Z. So figure that out. Toonami had this first, and then they got Dragon Ball. So I'd imagine if you were very, very new to the series, it was probably very confusing. That was always funny. Yeah. They did try to make it appeal to boys more when it came to... Cardcaptor? Really? Vortex on the CW. Sounds familiar. Anyway, I'm gonna put Dragon Ball next to Dragon Ball Z, but I'm gonna put it above. Because it was it didn't drag out as much as DBZ did. Yeah, I think because Dragon Ball Z was here first, even though Dragon Ball was technically here first because it aired on like network television. And then Toonami kind of made anime, put anime in the mainstream because they aired all these other shows, and you know, then like Adult Swim started doing it, and it kind of picked up momentum. Anyway, we got a Gundam. I didn't watch a whole lot of Gundam, so Gundam goes in no watch. Batman the animated, this is Batman Beyond, which is basically the continuation of Batman the animated series. That's going in S tier, because that's good. Even funnier if you consider the Z addition to the title was done to make the series look cool. It was never a manga thing, really. Gundam Wing was one of my... Is that what this is? I don't think this is Gundam Wing. This is something Team. Again, trying to do anime on tier lists is a pain in the ass because, like, look at this mess. Look at this. 8th MS Team. Okay. Yeah, I don't ask me about Gundam. Gundam is its own, like, sub-genre within an already niche genre, so that's is okay, not okay. Speaking of things that were okay, here's Zoids. I actually remember liking the toys for Zoids. Because you get to build them, and they had, like, wind-up features and stuff. The show, on the other hand, was just kind of alright, I guess. Yeah, not much really to say about it. What is this? Is this another Zoids? They tried so hard to make... Yeah, they did. Is this another Zoids show? I don't recognize it, so I'm gonna put it in no watch. What the hell is this? Is this is that's G Gundam, right? Yeah, never watched that either. Masters of the Universe 2002. This show is the gold standard of what a reboot should be. Anyone who ever wishes to reboot something needs to watch this show and compare it to the original. Hell yeah. Also, Justice League. I mean, what can be said about Justice League? It hasn't been said a million times. Still one of the best superhero shows of all time, as far as I'm concerned. Wasn't FMA mostly? I think it was on Midnight Run, because they had the yeah, it was kind of the precursor to Adult Swim. They had like the late night Toonami where they aired Yu Yu Hakusho and like I think Gundam and a bunch of other stuff. Especially when, yeah. Hell yeah. Belongs in S tier. Cyborg 009. I actually remember really liking this show. I don't think I watched the whole thing though, because it's very long. But I'm gonna put it. You know, I'm gonna put it in B, but I'm gonna put it as a high B. It is good, yeah. I remember really liking it, but again, I don't think I ever finished it. The late night used to watch, yeah. Okay, so this is like the only Gundam I have any experience with. This is SD Gundam. This was the comedy show, the CGI comedy show where they were robots, not mechs. I remember being kind of amused by it, so you know what? I'm gonna put it in B tier. Doozy bot. You know, no, this is not Doozy bots. This is. We don't have a kid in a wheelchair that turns into the gun tank. This was like a kid with his best friend robots fighting the bad guys. It was different, damn it. Alright, Samurai Jack. I mean, Samurai Jack goes in S tier. Don't need to go into any further detail of that. Okay, now we have, oh boy, the one we don't speak of. Dragon Ball GT. You go right there, sir. This was a mistake. This whole thing was a mistake. The only thing I kind of liked about I was actually, believe it or not, I was actually talking about this with someone at work. Because I work with a couple of anime fans. Even though they're a lot younger than I am. Step into the Grand Tour! Okay, I will say the only thing I liked about this, conceptually, I like what they did with the Dragon Balls. The way that they mentioned that each wish causes, like, negative energy to build up in the Dragon Balls, and then they turn into monsters. I kind of like that, because that means there were consequences for all the wishes they made. But yeah, other than that, there's no reason for this to exist at all. Balls. Bollocks. Feh. Anyway, we have Yu Yu Hakusho, another show I really like. Very long show, you know, it's shown in tournament style, but it had the decency to end. Is what this this show is great, and it was long, but it ended. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is great. Oh yeah, Naruto. You go in D tier. Who's husband to the... Yeah. I kind of love that they have, like, a married couple is out there making anime. They're probably the equivalent of, like, the American equivalent might be like Craig McCracken and Lauren Faust. Naruto, alright, from complete yeah, okay, here's the thing. I did kind of like Naruto for a while, but just like every other show that's like it, I got tired of the filler and the characters. Honestly, like, the show has so many characters, but I think only a handful I actually kind of liked. So, this is going in D tier. Because, Feh. Alright, now we have the Transformers anime. I'm assuming this is Armada. Fun fact, Transformers Armada... again, anime is trying hard, but yeah. This is Transformers Armada. Fun fact, this is the first Transformers series I watched. Ever. Or at least, well, I remember watching select episodes of Beast Wars when it originally aired. Because I got it confused with Reboot. But, I've said before, I've never been a huge Transformers guy. Looking back, the Transformers, it was like Armada, Energon, and Cybertron, I think they were. Or Beasties, if you want to get technical. We don't. I was never big into Transformers, but I kind of liked it, but looking back on it, these shows they're not that great. I don't think. Is what got me into Transformers. Anyway, this is a horrible cut-off image of The Batman. The series that preceded Batman the Animated Series. I didn't watch a whole lot of this either. I remember seeing the movie, Batman vs. Dracula, and I thought that was pretty cool. I never really liked the redesigns of a lot of the characters. Like, the Riddler looks like fucking Marilyn Manson. Like, who chose that? I mean, I'll put it in C. It's about on the same level as Armada for me. Well, now, this is a show that I completely forgot about. Batman vs. Dracula was the best, really. I mean, that movie was really good. Yeah. So anyway, this is Zatch Bell. I forgot this show existed. This is like the little kid who has like a human partner, and they have it's basically Pokemon, but with little, like, dwarf children. Was it any good? I don't remember. Oh, there's doing a sequel series? Really? Richard Horvitz is in this? Really? It has its moments. I don't remember much about I remember the premise, but I don't remember much about it. I'm tempted to put it in no watch just because I don't remember. It made you cry a few times? Really? I'm trying to I remember there was like he had like an annoying girlfriend or something. And then there was like another girl who had one of these as her buddy. And oh man. Oh god. I like trying to think about it, this hurts my brain. It never finished, really. You don't say. Alright, you know what? I don't remember enough about it, so I'm putting it in no watch. You know, the goofy best friend. Ah, yes. One was a horse? What? This is one of those is this one of those shows that people are like, wow, that existed? I thought it was a fever dream. Alright, what the hell is this? I can't see what this one is. Is this another Gundam? I don't know. Okay, we'll come back to that. Megas XLR is going in S tier because it's great. You guys notice how little anime is in S tier for me? It's like Outlaw Star and that's it. Gundam. It looks vaguely familiar. Is this is a Gundam for sure. I'm gonna put that in no watch. Bring anime snob. No. He's not allowed to play. He's not allowed to play on the streams. All right, Hamtaro. This is a show that I'm shocked got put on Toonami. I distinctly remember the trailer for this. Like it showed up on Tom's monitor, and he's like, "What is this?" I don't remember much about it, unfortunately. It's like hamsters, I guess. Oh, Rurouni Kenshin. Very good. I remember liking this show a lot. It had a very strange theme song, didn't it? I'm gonna put it in B tier. What was up with the theme song? Excuse me while I work out. I gotta run on my... Was that a line from the show? The show as well. It was my child. Yeah. Rurouni Kenshin was good. What was up with the theme song? It had like a weird, cheery, upbeat theme song for a show about samurai. Like, what was that all about? Teen Titans. Of course, Teen Titans was very good. I'm gonna put Teen Titans in A tier. I don't like it as much as Justice League, but... Because of, like, the good parts, I'll put it in A tier. We still haven't figured out what this is. Rave Master. Again, I don't remember much about this is a show about a guy. He had like a sword that turned into other swords, I think. That was the premise. I think. Freckles, yeah, that was the name of the song. Rave Master is Tom Kenny, really? Yeah, he had like a sword that turned into other swords, and then there was like a girl who like didn't remember who she was, and then there was like he had like a little mascot sidekick, which was like a little... It was this little weird bulbous head thing with a nose or something. Am I remembering that correctly? He had like a pointy nose. And then everyone thought he was a dog. Even though he clearly wasn't a dog. Why am I remembering more about this than any of these other shows? Okay, I don't remember, like, details about the show, so I'm gonna put it in no watch, because I genuinely don't remember. Flew the Snowman. Yes, that was his name, right. Oh, I just remember. This is the same universe as Fairy Tail, if I'm not mistaken. Because didn't they have a crossover? I vaguely remember. I haven't seen much of Fairy Tail, but I remember seeing, like, they had a crossover. Same author. Ah, okay. Anyway, now we got Clone Wars. Genndy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars goes in S tier. Regular ass Clone Wars goes in A tier. This was the best thing to come out of the prequels. Hands down. No cap, as the kids say. Alright, speaking of fever dreams, here's Bo. Alright, here's the deal with this anime. This was meant to be like a parody of Shonen Jump. I actually had... They came out with a one-off manga when this first came to the US. And there's... It's S tier. There's a scene where his hair opens up and Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Pops out with, like, Blue Eyes White Dragon or whatever. Yeah, okay. Here's the thing about this show. It was very funny. It was wacky and off the wall, and I appreciated that. It was too long. This show... Guys, I don't know if you know how many episodes are in this show. It was like 75 episodes. It was Sly for this guy. Okay. You can't have a show like this for 75 episodes. That's exhausting. That's too much. I mean, just imagine 76. Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez. 76. So, you watch like a couple episodes and they're like, oh, this is funny. And then you realize that there's 76 episodes of this and you're like, my God. I don't have the strength. You know what? Did they dub all the... I don't remember. It needs more. No, it doesn't. Both the dub and the sub have JoJo over it. Really? I mean, I remember what... before I got tired and quit, I did kind of find it amusing. So, you know what? I think, in all fairness... We're gonna put Bobobo in B tier for Bobobo. You watch most of Gintama, you can handle... Okay, alright, if you say so. Oh look, it's One Piece. Alright, now... We have to keep in mind, when we judge these... We have to judge them in the context of when they came out on Toonami. This era. Which means... This is the 4Kids dub of One Piece. Because remember, this is the Toonami tier list. So we have to judge it as it was on yeah, oh no. Okay, I will say that this was like my first introduction to One Piece, the 4Kids dub. I later found out about how much was edited. Okay, yeah, okay. Even okay, I've heard that even like hardcore fans of One Piece love the 4Kids theme. Because how could you not? Like seriously, how could you not? Dream it, don't give it up. That's a banger, you gotta admit. Smoker fucking smoke Yeti. Yeah, and Sanji had a lollipop. And what was some of the other... They had like guns, but they were like weird, wacky, like boxing glove guns and... Okay, you gotta admit some of the edits were funny. Like they were pretty funny. You have to go way out of your way to edit something like that. Too bad the double One Piece is sort of underrated. Yeah. I think I've heard a little bit of the newer dub of it. It's fine. The toy guns, yeah. Like they went so far. If I remember correctly, in the episode where they find Zolo, he was like tied to a thing that looked like a cross. And they edited out, like, the top part of the cross so it didn't look like a crucifix. So he was just kind of on this plank of wood. My God. Like, why do they even bother with this show? It's so, like, not their thing. Alright, well, here's the thing, guys. I haven't watched a whole lot of One Piece. I've seen some of this dub. I will be fair and say that I found it somewhat amusing. The edits were funny. So you know what? I'll be nice. I'll put it at a low C. Just for the context of the wacky edits of the 4Kids dub and the theme song. So there you go. This is because it's getting very popular in Japan. I thought it would be their next Dragon Ball Z, or at least for WB. Maybe. I don't know, but why 4? I can understand it coming to the US, but why 4 kids? They weren't gonna handle this well. Alright, anyway. Oh god, I remember what this is. Okay, memory jogged loose. Anybody remember a show called Dice? It was like bootleg Zoids. It was like when you order Zoids off of Wish. They had Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Under them. Yeah, but it probably had to be much less edits in Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And then you have kind of most of the rest of it. Yeah, I vaguely remember this. I'm gonna put it in no watch because I don't remember a whole lot about it. Okay, here's a show that I actually do know. This is Mar. M-A-R. I actually watched this originally before it got dubbed. It's I kind of liked it a little bit. I actually didn't realize that Toonami had it. Must have come out much later. Does anybody know the show? You have the manga? Yeah, I remember watching it subbed. Yeah. It kind of got lost in the mix of all these other similar shows, which tends to happen with anime. Unfortunately, it is also another one of those shows that dragged on a lot. Like, there was tournaments, and there was fighting, and they did, you know how it is. I liked the premise where it was like they had to find these weapons and then like upgrade them with these jewels and stuff. One guy just had a shovel. It was just a shovel. Was the sub good or bad? Well, it was fan subbed, so I don't know. Probably not that good. Because at the time, I watched it at the time it was released. Because around that time, I was just going to like anime sites and just checking out whatever's new. And this one like kind of like drew me in for some reason. So what's funny is that the kid in the show kind of looks like Cloud from Final Fantasy, like just in chibi form. Or like as a child, because he has the exact same hair. Alright, I remember some of it, but it's like, again, kind of... I don't know if if I were to watch it again, it would be as good as I remember. So, I'm gonna put it in the C tier somewhere. Just somewhere. Okay, now we have the Moonscoop Fantastic Four, the French cartoon. I remember really liking this. I would argue this is the best Fantastic Four cartoon. Although, I think all the Fantastic Four cartoons have their own merits. Except the Hanna-Barbera thing, but that doesn't count. The episode with She-Hulk was great. So you know what? I'm gonna put this in B tier. And then we have Ben 10 Alien something. Oh, we're playing Mario Galaxy music. Where were you when I did the last tier list? Including the Magneto. The wooden gun. That's not this one. That's not this one. That's the... Oh, that's Alien Force. Okay. So this is the good one then. Alright. If it's the good one then, it goes in A tier. This is where Ben 10 peaked. As far as I'm concerned. Alright, we got a couple left here. We still haven't identified this. The McDuffie run, aka the best one until it's... Oh, Dwayne McDuffie worked on this? Really? Huh, I didn't know that. Okay, this is Blue Dragon, which I believe is it was a video game. It was an RPG. And I believe this is a Akira Toriyama anime, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember anything about this, though. So it's going in no watch. Then we got 2002 Astro Boy, which I really like. I would actually really love to rewatch this at some point. I'm gonna put this in B tier for now, but it could potentially go up. It was Xbox. Yeah, I remember seeing it at GameStop. And then they had like the anime on Adult Swim, not Adult Swim, Toonami. Astro Boy is cool. Yes, it is. Space Ghost, the original Space Ghost. I'm gonna put that with Galaxy Trio. This is regular Space Ghost, not Coast to Coast. That would be on the Adult Swim tier list, which maybe we'll do next time. Blue Dragon had powers based on dragons. Okay, I guess that makes sense. They're standing with dragons behind them. Then we have the original Super Friends with the teenage sidekicks. You know what? This is on the same level as this. Let's be real. Then you also had the worst boss theme I ever heard. Really? I'm gonna have to look that up. The game was developed by Level 5. Well, that sounds familiar. What else have they done? Then we have the Max Fleischer Superman. The original Superman cartoon. The one that's in the public domain. Based on Shadows, okay? I remember, you know what, this is also kind of on the same level as this. Actually, I think it's a little bit better. Mostly because the animation's better. I'm gonna put that in B tier. Ignoring the outdated, yeah, okay. This was during the war, okay? IGP, this? Oh! That's the anime Toonami made! Okay, I remember now. It was like they had mechs, but they raced them or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't like fighting. Well, I think there was fighting, but they mostly they like raced them on a thing. It was basically F-Zero meets Zoids. Was it any good? I don't remember. Yeah, okay, now the memories have been jogged loose. Memory unlocked. The Toonami Junji Ito anime. It's been delayed a lot. I know. It was good. The dub has Haley Joel Osment? Really? Was he the main character? Huh. As much of a delay as close enough. That's making me kind of nervous about it. Doing the promo narration. Oh yeah, I think Cullen did a lot of narration for Toonami. Because he just has that cool voice. Only on Toonami. I'm Optimus Prime. Okay. Okay, honestly, I don't remember enough about it to make a judgment call, so we're gonna put it in no watch. Alright, OG Voltron. OG Voltron is fun to watch. But compared to the original Go Lion, I don't think it really holds a candle. Also, Legendary Defender on Netflix, again, just like with Masters of the Universe, should be a gold standard of what a reboot should be, because it took all the good parts about this, made them better, and took all the bad parts and made them good. That's what a reboot is supposed to do. I mean, I would put this maybe... It's good. It's fine. I guess I'll put it in A tier. It's maybe a little bit below, you know, Robotech in terms of quality. It didn't. Yeah, I mean a lot of those didn't age well, but you know they're still fun to watch. Duel Masters. Oh God. Speaking of card games, this was that attempt to like compete with Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm pretty sure this show got crushed. I remember it being kind of funny, though. Because it had one of those dubs where it's like, yeah, they're not taking this that seriously. It's funny, yeah. But I don't remember a lot about it. I remember just some of the dialogue. The dub is kind of hilarious, from what I remember, yeah. But I don't remember specifics about it. So I think I might have to put it in no watch. And Prince of Tennis. This is another one of those series that I know a lot of people really like for some reason. But I've never watched it because it's an anime about tennis and I have no interest in that. So there we are. We've got a bunch of stuff that I either don't remember or haven't watched. We have the worst one. We have the second worst one. And we got all the okay ones. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty good with this, I think. No, it's definitely not Ghost Stories. No, I don't think Toonami aired the Ghost Stories dub. No one ever will. You have to get those on DVD because because no one in their right mind would ever put that on television. My back hurts. There's a lot missing. I think we determined that there was. I'm trying to think. I mean, we only got one of the Tenchis. I know there was more. It feels like something Toonami would. There was a lot of things Toonami could have aired, but they just didn't. Oh, the Ghost Stories dub is on Amazon Prime. Nice. I don't know what else did Toonami air? The Voltron. There was I don't think it was on Toonami. It was Voltron Third Dimension. And it's not very good. That's the one the Voltron fans try to forget about. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. We're missing Gundams. Gundam Wing isn't here. We've got the G Gundam, and we got the Team Gundam, and we got SD Gundam. Yeah, Gundam Wing. And the other Tenchi shows, I guess. Alright, well, we got at least the majority of what they aired, so that's something. Unicorn War is coming to... It's Toonami? I thought it was coming to Adult Swim. Well, I have more tier lists here. I tell you what, I think maybe we could take a little intermission here. Do you guys, because this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been talking about it. Would you guys like to meet my Dungeons and Dragons character? Before we move on to the other tier lists? Sure, yeah. Because I started playing Dungeons and Dragons with One-Eyed Freakbot's group, and I made a character, and I'm happy to... I'm very happy to have made him. Alright, so let me get the folder open here. You guys are gonna love him. He's my OC. He's very edgy and cool. If it isn't Jeremy Irons, I'm not interested. Alright. Would it be easier to show the PDF or the JPEGs? Let's open the PDF and see how that works out. PDF. Aha. Good old PDF. Alright, whoa, hold on. Windows, stop! Okay, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail about, like, stuff. So there's gonna be... Here's all the things. Feel free to pause and look and gawk if you're a D&D fan. Here's my character sheet. Rowan. Okay, yeah, so this is Rowan. I'm gonna explain about his creation in a minute. Let me actually, can I do this to make things a little easier? Hold on. Get all this on one bar here. No, one bar. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so this is Rowan. I haven't thought of a last name for him yet. He is a ranger slash beastmaster. He is chaotic good. He is a Herringon. So, for those of you who don't know Dungeons and Dragons, let me show you what a Herringon is. This is a Herringon. They're rabbit folk. And they're awesome. He's a very, apparently not a very often used race, too. Our dungeon master actually didn't know what a Herringon was. One of the other guys in our group had to help research the character. But, yeah, he's a bunny man. And he's awesome. Here's all my spells that I have. He's an archer, so he's got cool stuff like Hail of Thorns and Lightning Arrow. He could also cure wounds and breathe water if he needs to. He's got dark vision and all that cool stuff. And here's basically what I'm gonna cover up the character the character backstory. Rowan, nah, that's a little too much. This image right here is an image I found on Etsy. This was a 3D image that I had printed into a figure that I use in the game. So yeah, I think this is a little bit better than the official Dungeons and Dragons art. It's a little bit closer to how I envisioned how he looked. So let me explain to you how this character came about. Let me go over let me walk you through my process here. So when I got invited to the group, I had to think about what I wanted to play as. I knew I wanted to have an animal companion because, well, we do a lot of Pokemon on this channel, and when I played World of Warcraft, Hunter was my favorite class because you get an animal companion and you get a bow and arrow. I'm not typically like big on bow and arrow, but you know, it's part of the thing, so why not? So, yeah, I'm introducing them to Rowan. So this is how it all started. I wanted to do Beastmaster. Then I had to pick my race. So when you talk about like D&D, all you ever hear about is like, I'm a human, I'm an elf, I'm a dwarf. Boring. So I decided to do a little more digging to see like all the playable races of Dungeons and Dragons. Apparently there's a lot, like stuff that most people have never even heard of. Like there's an eagle, like there's a birdman you can be. And I'm surprised more people don't do that because he can fly, I'm assuming. Why would you not want that? Another one that I thought was really cool was, I forget what the race is called, but it's some kind of like magical automaton. It's basically like a magical robot warrior. I thought that was pretty cool. I did decide, however, and I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but if I ever make a second character, there's no human. Yes, I will get into our party in a little bit. I decided that if I ever make a second character, there's a race of cat people. I'm gonna try and recreate Rudy from Skyrim. Which is Rudy from Animal Crossing. Warforged, yeah, that's what they're called. The cat people are Tabaxis or something. Yeah, but anyway. So, I was looking through the different classes, the different races. And yes, we are. I found Herringon. And I looked up, what is Herringon? And I found out that they're like rabbit folk, and they're kind of cool. And apparently they make good rangers. So I was like, there you go. That's my boy. And I also figured, you know, who better to be a Beastmaster than a beast, right? Just makes sense. So then came the time when I had to pick a name, and I was looking through names. Tabaxi, yeah, that's the cat people. So I went to go pick names, and Rowan came up, and I was like, Rowan's kind of interesting. What does it mean? So I looked up the meaning of the name. Rowan is a Gaelic word, or Gaelic name, and it means red hair. There's actually two spellings of Rowan, if I remember correctly. There's Rowan with an A and Rowan with an E. Rowan with an E means red hair. Rowan with an A means has red hair. So I figured, you know what? Rowan is perfect because I could use it as a play on words, because he's a hare and he's always covered in his enemy's blood. So that's where I was like, that's his name, Rowan. And of course, me being me, if I'm picking like a rabbit character, I threw in a little bit of Bugs Bunny because he's kind of a smartass and he likes to push people's buttons. So this is his personality trait, which is probably the most chaotic good thing I could possibly think of. I always try to do the right thing, but sometimes doing the wrong thing is funnier. But yeah, that's how the character came about. Because he is a Beastmaster, I also had to pick what animal he was going to be traveling with. So I went through like all the animals you can get in Dungeons and Dragons. And again, some of them were like the typical boring stuff. It's like, I can get an eagle, or I can get a wolf, or blah, 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 blah. So once again, me being me, I had to be like, okay, what's something weird and cool? So I saw rhinoceros, and I was like, I want that. He's gonna be a bunny archer on top of a rhino. Now, unfortunately, when we were building this character, we found out that rhinos are extremely high level for, like, to be tamed. So, unfortunately, I couldn't get a real rhino, but we had a workaround because Rowan has the ability to conjure animals. So he has... Every time we go into battle, he conjures a rhino that attacks for us. The rhino is important too because it ties into his backstory, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Again, I'm not going to go through a lot of these things. I got, you know, arrows, and I got... I have an animated shield, which is like a shield that I can summon, but I never used it. I probably should use it a little more after our last session. Oh, God. One thing he does have that I think is really cool is Kenji Connor. No, I think it's just like whatever the animals are from D&D. I think it's a set, like a set, just a set of things. One thing that he has, I think it's this ability, Landstride. I can't highlight on here. Landstride, I think in the wording for this ability, or it might be another ability, I don't remember, but Rowan cannot be bound. He can't be tied up, he can't be captured. He will slip out every single time. Which was cool because 2 sessions ago we got attacked by spiders. And they tried to web him, and he's like, nope, just slip right out somehow. He has that ability. And it's funny because the way the DM introduced the character to the party was... He was being held captive by some cultists, and when the party attacked the cultists, he slipped out of his bonds and just started attacking with him. And in my head, that like they were kind of dumbfounded that he just slipped out of his being tied up, and he just, in my head, it played out like the scene from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where Roger slips out of the handcuffs. He's like, "You could have escaped any time." No, not any time, only when it was funny. Oh, Rowan, we love you. Anyway, let's talk about his backstory now. So, word of warning, this backstory that I wrote for him might be one of the most messed up things I've ever written in my life. It's not pretty. Because I knew I wanted there to be some kind of tragic backstory to my character. And I had to work in the animal companion somehow. I had to change the original draft of the backstory because it originally involved a real rhino. But because of the thing we had to you know, change, because now he can't have a real rhino. Instead he conjures a real rhino. I had to change up the backstory a little bit. I'll explain after I go through it. Imagine Rowan being strangled by a character for the fact that he couldn't escape easily, and then he'll just slip out of being strangled. Alright, so here he is. Here's the backstory. It's a little bit small, but I'll help read. Okay. You should have your Dungeons & Dragons OC crossover Metopia. You know what? He can hang out with Dust. It'd be perfect. I'm not really... I was kind of avoiding putting an OC in that storyline, but we'll see. We haven't gotten far enough yet. I have to finish the story. Anyway, so Haringans are... I found out... I think they're a traveling race. They're like nomadic a little bit. So... here's the backstory. Like most Haringan, Rowan was a traveler. He wandered the land with his wife and 3 children. I think you can already see where this is gonna go. Well, you are an insert. Yeah, I guess so. His wife was a bard who would play songs on her lyre for their children. Rowan would conjure up animals for his children to play with and ride on. One of their favorites was a rhinoceros that they affectionately called Daisy. Daisy is like the name I picked for the rhino, because I tried to come up with like the most daintiest name possible for a rhinoceros. But yeah, by the way, Daisy has a kill streak going. She's 2-0 against monsters in our campaign, and she will continue. Anyway, one day, when they stopped for a rest, Rowan sensed something approaching. A group of bandits quickly attacked them. Rowan tried to fight them off, but one of the larger ones slapped him with a large club, sending him tumbling down a hill, knocking him out. He had awoken sometime later to find his family gone. After searching for a while, he found the bandits' camp and quietly infiltrated it. After seeing his wife's lyre outside of one of the large tents, he snuck in, thinking that his family was being held. Upon entering, he was horrified to find out that the remains of his family butchered for food. So yeah, the bandits ate his wife and children. I mean, I figured, like, what's the worst thing I can do to a rabbit? And it's like, have his family cooked and eaten. So, Rowan became sickened, followed by a rage he had never felt before, and swore revenge. He hid in a tree and began picking off the bandits with his bow. So basically, he was like in the surrounding wooded area, just shooting arrows into the camp. And they're all running around panicking, not knowing where the arrows are coming from. Then when he ran out of arrows, he drew his dagger and leapt into the camp from the trees and started slashing and stabbing the remaining bandits, eventually killing them all. So basically, imagine like a scene from Primal, except it's a rabbit stabbing a bunch of dudes. Rowan then proceeded to slaughter just the women and children. No, it was just a bunch of dudes. Fuck them, they're bandits. Slaughtering the animals. He hated them. Yeah, that part's a little accurate. Well, where was I? Oh yeah. In the process, he suffered many injuries. His arm and face were slashed, and one of the bandits hit him with an arrow in his ear, leaving a hole. So yeah, he's got like a little hole here. He also has a scar, like right here. And I guess his arm has a scar too, but you probably never see it because of the clothing. His arm and face were slashed, and one of the bandits hit him with an arrow. When the battle ended, he passed out from exhaustion. Later he was abruptly awoken by a bird pecking at him, thinking he was dead. He slowly staggered up and searched the camp for supplies to treat his wounds. After he patched himself up and washed the blood off of his fur, he rested for a bit. After he recovered his strength, he gathered up his arrows. When he looked over to the tent where he found his family... Want me to draw... I mean, if you want... I'll go over the description in a minute. He went in to gather up what had remained of them and gave them a proper burial under a big tree. He mourned and lamented how he couldn't save them for a while, but eventually packed up and left. So in the original draft, the rhino was being also held captive by the bandits in a cage. After like all the fighting happened, like he would find the rhino in a cage, like under a tarp, and he would set it free, and then later it would just start following him, and that's how they became friends. So then I had to change it because of the conjuration bit. Rowan decided to conjure Daisy as a tribute to his children, which he uses as a mount and an attack animal. They now travel together looking for adventures and fighting bandits or anyone who would try to harm the less fortunate. However, the loss of his family still affects him deeply. He can be sometimes seen sobbing after thinking about them too much, and will often pluck at his wife's lyre trying to recreate the beautiful melodies she would play. Similar, yeah, very similar. That was actually unintentional, by the way, but I suppose it's just a trope of this type of thing. So then here's the funny part. After all that, yeah, the funny part. Over time, he developed a drinking habit to try and ease the pain, but discovered he had an unusually high tolerance for alcohol. He decided to earn money on the side by challenging people to drinking contests at taverns, which he always wins, no matter how big or tolerant his opponent is. So, fun thing about Dungeons & Dragons, you can actually spec your character to be, like, have a high tolerance for alcohol. Rowan, I don't think is. So this is strictly for comedic purposes. Like, if we're just hanging around bullshitting or whatever, someone will challenge him to a drinking contest. And I just love the visual of this tiny little rabbit guy just chugging, like, alcohol that, like, and people looking at him, like, seeing him, like, drink all this and be like, where's it all going? So it's just kind of a silly thing like that. So anyway, here's the description. Medium size on the shorter end, between 4 and 5 feet tall. That does not count the ears, by the way. That's like top of the head down. Primarily white fur with subtle shades of red fur sticking out on each side, like right here, resembling mutton chops. A scar runs from his forehead to across his face between his nose and right eye, ending at his cheek. Has a hole in his left ear for being hit with an arrow. Speaks with a slight Scottish accent. Because his name is Gaelic, I decided to just straight up make him Scottish. It's not like a real Scot. It's like slight. It's like, yeah, a little bit of coding there. Usually a surly smartass with a foul mouth and loves to push people's buttons for his own amusement. Although he loves to joke, he gets offended by comments about eating herring gun. Understandable. He also has an inexplicable ability to absolutely drink anyone under the table. However, he has a soft spot for families, and especially children in danger or other rarely seen herring gun. How would Rowan interact with Usagi? I did throw a little bit of Usagi Yojimbo in there. I mean, he has white fur. He's got the scar across his face, even though Usagi has the scar up here. But yeah, that's Rowan, my boy. He almost died in the last in the last session. Actually, we got attacked by a dragon. All right, so there you go. That's my Dungeons and Dragons character. For those interested, thanks for amusing me. We will now leave the world of Dungeons and Dragons and return to the world of tier lists, where we'll talk about something a little bit more pleasant, like ice cream toppings. Oh boy. Alright. You potentially turn Rowan as your friend. I mean, he's an original character, so we all almost, yes, we did. Especially you. That dragon nearly wrecked our party. Thank God we killed the worm speaker. Anyway, ice cream toppings. You nearly got off the yeah. So what happened at the session was we came to a tower and we didn't know what to do. So Freakbot. Oh yeah, I should talk about the other members of the party. Freakbot's character is an orc thief who's 8 feet tall and has like maximum stealth, which is hilarious. So his character climbed to the top of this tower, and he got to the top, and the DM was like, okay, you come face to face with a blue dragon. Roll for initiative. And we were like, oh shit. So the dragon attacked us, and then we aggroed everything in the tower. Thankfully, our warlock held off the dudes while we hid from the dragon. So yeah, Freakbot's character is a orc thief. The other characters are what's Nade's race again? I don't remember. He's an elf, but he's like a different type of elf. I don't remember what I forget what his character's race is. It's something very specific. Yeah, he's our elfish warlock who can also breathe underwater, and he can conjure like eldritch stuff to fight off other eldritch stuff, I guess. And then the fourth member of the party is a turtle, a giant turtle, who's a barbarian. He's some I forget every time. Oh, even you forget. Okay. Well, he's some Nalive, yeah. So yeah, the giant turtle is he's our barbarian. He's our tank. He's our muscle. What's funny is when I proposed the character to Freakbot, Eladrin. Okay, I'm not sure what that is, but I'll maybe look it up later. So when I proposed the character to Freakbot, he's like, "Oh, cool! We're gonna have a tortoise and a hare in our team." And I'm like, "You know what? I didn't even freaking think of that." So yeah, our tortoise pal is really cool because imagine Slash from 2012 Ninja Turtles with the intelligence level and personality of Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's his character. And I think we've determined that the turtle and Rowan are like pals, just because why not? Anyway, oh my god, you know what I just fucking realized? Oh. Guys, you want to know what the turtle's name is? He wields a giant he wields a hammer. His miniature is really cool, too. Do you know what the turtle's name is? The turtle's name is Nico. We can't escape it. Oh no. A bard played by Chris Pine. I've heard the Dungeons and Dragons movie is good. Yeah, with a C instead of a K. Yeah. Anyway, we've talked about this long enough. This is when the retention on my video goes down. So let's get back to business here. Anyway, ice cream toppings. So we have almonds. I don't think I've ever really had almonds on ice cream. I think that should be pretty good though, like chopped up. Potential B tier, I guess. Caramel. You know what? Caramel is good, but not. I like chocolate on ice cream better. Although it does kind of depend on the ice cream. Okay, you know what? We'll put it in A tier because you don't want like chocolate on chocolate ice cream. Okay. Is that cookie dough? I'm assuming that's cookie dough ice cream doesn't really do much for me. I'm gonna put that in D tier. Cherries. You gotta have your cherry. I only use Hershey chocolate for my yeah. The Hershey's chocolate syrup is good for a lot of things. Cherry is S tier because it's like standard for. This is like shredded. I guess shredded chocolate or whatever. I guess that's cool. It's probably down here. Again, it depends on the ice cream. It's like vanilla, or if it's like something that goes with chocolate. was this like crushed up cones? Oh, well, okay. I mean, there's like Americone Dream, the Ben and Jerry's flavor, which is really good. And that has like waffle cone in it. All right, I can say it. Graham cracker crumbs. I don't think I've ever had graham crackers on ice cream. I'm gonna put that in potential C tier. Gummy bears on ice cream. A little too much. Put that in F tier. Heath bar. I actually don't remember what a Heath bar is. It's like toffee, right? Okay, that has potential. Then we have butter. Is that butterscotch? That's about on the same tier as caramel. Hot fudge. Not a huge fan of hot fudge, honestly. I'm gonna put that in D tier. I like regular chocolate. I like my ice cream cold, you know. M&M's on ice cream. Again, a little too much. Marshmallow fluff, though. Again, it depends, but marshmallow fluff is very good. Oreo crumbles. You know what? One of my weaknesses is Oreo Blizzard from Dairy Queen. So you know what? I'm gonna put that in S tier. There you go. Peanuts. Again, good, but kind of depends. I think I would like peanut. No, I'll put it about the same as almonds. Is that jelly? Jelly on ice cream? Yeah, Oreo ice cream. Yeah, I like cookies and cream ice cream too. That's real good stuff. Jelly? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I can't tell what this is. Is that like brownie? No, there's brownie right there. I don't know what that is. Can't tell what that is. Snickers on ice cream. Again, a little too much, but I can totally see it. Sprinkles. Sprinkles go on all ice creams, so that's S tier. Strawberry syrup. Okay, again, depends. If you're not putting chocolate on there, strawberry syrup's a good substitute. Malted milk. I don't think I've ever had malted milk, so I'm just gonna put that down because I'm not sure about it. Banana. If it's a banana split, yes. On like regular ice cream, I'm not too sure about that, so I'll put that in B tier. Brownies, again, little too much. Peanut butter on ice cream, again, it depends. Peanut butter goes well with chocolate, so potentially. I've had like peanut butter ice creams before, and they are pretty good. And I've had ice creams that have like peanut butter swirled in, but it's not like real peanut butter. It's that like is that like fake ass peanut butter that's in like, you know, Reese's and stuff. So potentially A tier, but I'm not sure. All right, there you go. Ice cream tier list. He-Man characters. From the Filmation cartoon, obviously. Alright, so Battle Cat is awesome. Beastman is kind of cool. He's the most used of the villains, I think. Cringer is good. I like that there was an episode where they had Cringer like be the hero without being Battle Cat, so that was kind of nice. Man-at-Arms from Filmation, very good, very useful. Actually, he's an S tier because he's like yeah, I think so, but this is like just the Filmation characters, so that's fine with me. I'm okay doing shorter tier lists at this point because it's getting kind of late. Man-at-Arms, definitely S tier because he's the brains. Trapjaw is actually probably my favorite of the side villains. I always liked him. He had like the cyborg arm and stuff and the metal mouth. Evil Lynn from the show, probably about on the same level as Beastman. She's the character that very appropriate, thank you. Yo soy He-Man! Evil Lynn's cool. but she's been better in other things. Merman is Merman's just kind of, he's very specific to anything water related. So there you go. Orko is like, okay, people are annoyed by Orko and I get it, but he's also been very useful and helpful. So I'll put him in the middle. Prince Adam of Eternia. I'll put him next to Cringer. In fact, I'll put He-Man next to Battlecat. There you go. It's weird. They look similar. I wonder why. Anyway, Ram Man from Filmation is great because he's so dumb from hitting his head so much. Fun fact, he wasn't originally supposed to be like tiny. Like in the original like continuity, he was supposed to be huge. So 2002 Masters of the Universe actually did him more accurate than the Filmation show did. Here he was just like a dumb comedy character, but we love him for that. We have Randor, who was alright, but he had his moments of like with Adam. He's kind of a jerk. Of course, you got I love this image they gave of Skeletor. There you go. Good timing. The Sorceress is great. Put her in A tier. Randor, yeah, he did. Interesting, like, images they chose for some of these characters. Okay, Stratos. Stratos is probably the most boring of all the characters. He wasn't, like, he had, like, 2 episodes dedicated to him, and they were just kind of okay. Triclops, yeah, sure. Tila, also good. Mechanic, silly, but they gave him, like, a sympathetic episode. So... Yo soy He-Man! Again, I love that they had the Spanish He-Man. I don't know why they had the Spanish He-Man, but I just love it. Alright, so that's all the tier lists for now. I have others bookmarked for later use. Yeah, one more time, why not? There they are. Small, short but sweet. Okay. You can tell that voice actor was really into it. Alright, so... I think we'll end things off with a bracket fight. We have... Best Animated Film Bracket Fight. I got recommended a bunch of these. God, ads. Ads! I got recommended a bunch of these. And I'm doing the shortest one. I have the other one on standby for whenever we decide to do that. Awesome. So, for this one, this is interesting. We have The Incredibles versus Next Gen. Yeah, is this yours? I don't remember. Because I have another one that's much, much longer. And maybe we'll do that one next time. You have to go, alright, cool. You can check out the rest of this on the YouTube channel. Have a good night. We'll be ending after this, I think. This is mine. Okay. Oh, you were the... Okay, we'll save that for next time. I have it bookmarked. Again, if anybody finds any good tier lists, you can send them to me at any time now. Because I made a folder for it on my bookmarks thing. So I'm just gonna stockpile them and bring them out when we're ready. Anyway, best animated films. We have The Incredibles versus Next Gen, which is a movie that I did like, but I've kind of forgotten about it at this point. This was a very good movie, but this is The Incredibles. So... Incredibles. So now we have, oh man, the Great Mouse Detective versus the Great Bat Detective. Oh man, why you gotta do this to me? Alright, listen, as much as I absolutely love the Great Mouse Detective, Mask of the Phantasm, the best Batman movie. Let's be real. This is the best Batman movie of all the Batman movies. Bat eats mouse, yeah. Alright, we're going with Mask of the Phantasm. And now we have The Little Mermaid with the cover that has the dongle on it. Wait, is it on there or did they take it off? I don't remember. I've not seen Encanto, however it's... So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Little Mermaid just by default because I've still not seen this. So now we have Heavy Metal versus Fantastic Mr. Fox. Why is... This is not a fair fight. Come on. How do you even judge this? These are two very, very, very different movies. I do love both of these movies. It is very hard, yes. I don't know which one to pick. Like making this randomized. I mean, they're both great, but they're both great for very different reasons. This was my first Wes Anderson movie, by the way. I didn't even really know who Wes Anderson was before I saw this movie. I hate to do this, but you know what? I'm gonna go with Heavy Metal. Mostly because of the soundtrack. And now we have Beauty and the Beast versus The Land Before Time. We've got Disney versus Don Bluth. A battle for the ages. Alright. I'm not a big fan of Beauty and the Beast, but I do, you know, I still appreciate this movie, but I think I gotta go with Land Before Time. I have more of an attachment to this one. Really? You guys would pick Beauty and the Beast over this, huh? Alright, well... I think I'm gonna pick... Yeah, they're both... Again, these are all good movies from what I'm seeing. So it's not a big deal if one doesn't get picked. Oh, come on, that's not fair. Toy Story 3 and Into the Spider-Verse. Man, I think I might have to go with Into the Spider-Verse as much as the Toy Story trilogy, and it is a trilogy as far as I'm concerned, is my favorite, one of my favorite movie trilogies. I think I gotta go with Spider-Verse. It's a bit of a bigger movie. And now we have Frozen versus 101 Dalmatians. I do remember really liking this movie when I was a kid. I watched it with my cousin. 101 Dalmatians, really. Okay, I remember not really liking Frozen when it first came out, but I've grown to, again, appreciate it. Same on the level, it's on the same level as Beauty and the Beast for me, where it's like, I'm not into it, but I get it. Yeah, I think 101 Dalmatians was more fun. So we're gonna go with that one. Aladdin versus Hunchback of Notre Dame. Alright, this is an easy one for me. I do like Hunchback of Notre Dame, but Aladdin is one of my favorite Disney movies. So I'm gonna go with that. And now we have, oh boy, look at this. Superhero battle. Batman versus Mr. Incredible. Oh man. Mask of the Phantasm. It's hard to top Mask of the Phantasm. Even The Incredibles. Yeah. I think Mask of the Phantasm wins this. I love The Incredibles, but this is so much of a better movie. It's hard to top, honestly. Like, I could... Like, I can't really think of too many animated films better than Mask of the Phantasm, but I guess we'll figure that out by the end of this. Or maybe we'll... maybe it'll just win. Who knows? Little Mermaid or Heavy Metal. Again, two very, very different movies. You pick Little Mermaid, really? I don't know, man. The soundtrack of this movie is awesome. Well, we'll find out one way or another. I'm gonna go with Heavy Metal. And now we have Land Before Time versus Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, man. Okay. I think this is where Land Before Time goes extinct. Spider-Verse is a great movie. Yeah. Sorry, guys. You weren't meant for modern times. Maybe they became the oil that fueled the production of this movie. Oh, boy. Yeah, Aladdin. Okay, alright, now. Okay, this is a good contender against Mask of the Phantasm. I mean, Heavy Metal has the soundtrack, but you know what? As far as structure goes, I think Mask of the Phantasm gets it. It's very close, but yeah. And now we have Aladdin versus Into the oh man. Oh man, am I gonna have to say no to my favorite Disney movie? This hurts. This hurts. Okay, now what do we do with this? What do we do with this? Oh, man. Well, I didn't like it for the CGI, you know? Yeah, Batman versus Spider-Man. I mean, according to Death Battle, Spider-Man can beat Batman. Though that was one of their older episodes, so who knows if that even holds up anymore. Which has the best villain or inner conflict? As this pleasant music plays in the background. Okay, let's dissect these for a second. Okay, so this is an origin story, which is inherently usually better than most of like other superhero movies. It had great visuals, which every movie is using now. This is the best Batman movie. Had a great story, had a good mystery behind it. Even though, honestly, if you pay attention to the movie, you can kind of figure it out. I really don't. I think I might have to. This is going to be a coin flip. because I can't decide. All right, do I have a quarter? All right, here we go. All right, heads Batman, tails Spider-Verse. We're gonna do best 2 or 3. All right, here we go. Tails. Well, damn. It was a close one. I should have kept that coin out. Okay, what do we do with this? I mean, come on. Again, 2 very, very different movies. Fantasia, one of Disney's earliest animation experiments, versus The Mad God, a movie that was worked on for like 20 years. Yeah, true. I like, I actually watched this with One-Eyed Freakbot on Shudder a while ago. And we basically described this movie as a music video by Tool that's like more than an hour long. Have you ever seen a Tool music video? Yeah, I think he basically said it best about this movie. We're gonna make a movie that says something. I don't know what, but it's gonna say something. Let's go with best music. Alright, I guess that means we're going to Fantasia. Alright, I mean, this is... I would recommend watching this movie if you like a weird, dark, and miserable, like, thing that may or may not mean something. But, yeah, let's just go with Fantasia. And now we have Coco versus Frozen 2. I actually have not watched Frozen 2. So, I think I'm gonna have to go with Coco by default. Yeah. Once again, Pixar does what Disney does, but better. And now we have Turning... again, I still have yet to see Turning Red. It's been a while since I've seen Mulan. But I guess that's more to me than... Yeah, both are great, yeah. Alright, I guess I gotta go with Mulan by default, because I've seen that and not seen Turning Red. And now we have Robin Hood, Disney's Robin Hood, versus the Prince of Egypt. Alright, listen. Disney's Robin Hood is a very delightful, fun movie. It is very much a children's movie, though. Like, it's not that it doesn't hold up, it's just that it is very clearly for a younger audience. Unlike, you know, a lot of other Disney movies, which can still be enjoyed. Prince of Egypt is, like, amazing. So, yeah, I think we gotta go with Prince of Egypt. Sorry, Robin. Now we have Moana versus Kiki's Delivery Service. Guys, I just found out that they're gonna do a live-action Moana. Did you guys see that news? That they're gonna do a live-action remake of a Disney movie that's not even 10 years old yet? I am so very, very tired. Ugh. Yeah. It's the ego of The Rock, apparently, that's fueling it. Alright, well, which one of these do I choose, though? I can't wait till the crab that they fight at the bottom of the ocean looks like a realistic crab. You know, like how Sebastian's gonna look in the live-action Little Mermaid. That looks dreary and soulless and lifeless. You know, just like Walt Disney would want. Ugh. I thought my life was a tragedy, but it turns out it's a comedy. Okay, I don't know which one to pick, so this is gonna be another coin flip. Alright, heads Moana, tails Kiki. Ooh, that's an interesting quarter. What is this from? Alright. As the studio audience mocks me. Best two out of three. Here we go. Kiki. Alright, Kiki wins. I'm keeping the coin out. The Incredibles 2 versus Memories. Oh, interesting pick. Memories is a very interesting film. It's 3 short films put together. Incredibles 2 was a very good sequel, and it was a sequel of a film that deserved a sequel, which you don't really see that much these days. The villain suck, yeah, a little bit. I'll admit to that. But I mean, it's still fun. This music should have been playing when we were looking at Frozen. Oh man, it's hard because it's so hard to like pick, like because again they're 2 very different movies.
And there was much rejoicing.
That's my favorite bit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Of like, that whole movie. It's like, there was much rejoicing. Alright, this is too hard to pit against each other. Again, I'm gonna coin flip this one. Heads Incredibles, tails Memories. Tails. Okay, this coin is rigged. Oh, this is another hard one. Tangled versus Coraline, another one of my favorite Disney movies. And the Disney princess that dethroned Jasmine as my favorite Disney princess. But then there's Coraline, which is a legitimate, like, horror movie for kids. And good. And stop motion. And creepy and weird. And it has Keith David. Yeah, this is another hard one. Where's the coin? Alright, I swear to God, if this gets tails twice again, I might have to switch the coin. Alright, heads Tangled, tails Coraline. Okay. Oh, it actually got heads. Alright, deciding flip. Okay, that one actually went to 3 flips, but Coraline wins. Sorry, Rapunzel. I'm sorry. Princess and the Frog and the Iron Giant. Honestly, I think I gotta go with Iron Giant. Princess and the Frog was great. I like that it was the Disney's like going back to 2D animation for a little while. It had the Shadow Man in it again, Keith David. Oh, we could have had dueling Keith David. Oh, if this was not Iron Giant, I would pick the Princess and the Frog. We could have Coraline versus the Princess and the Frog. Oh boy. Alright, well, I think we all got Iron Giant. Yes. Yes. Oh, now we got Fantasia versus Coco. 2 very musically themed movies. We've got symphony music versus guitar music from Mexico. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Coco. Coco. And now we have Mulan versus the Prince of Egypt. We have Mulan fighting Moses. I think Prince of Egypt takes this one. Yeah, Prince of Egypt takes this one. Here we go, anime duel. Kiki's Delivery Service versus Memories. Both won by coin flip, by the way. I might go with Kiki. Memories is cool and all, but yeah, Studio Ghibli, it's hard to... Yeah, Kiki. And now we have Coraline versus the Iron Giant. The Iron Giant. Yeah, the Iron Giant, leaning towards Iron Giant, but again, Coraline's really good. It'd be even harder if that was Paranorman, which to me is, I think, this is a better movie as a horror movie, but Paranorman is a better overall movie, I think. Yeah, I think Iron Giant's gonna take this one. Iron Giant might go all the way, who knows? Alright, now we have Coco versus Prince of Egypt. And you know what, if it wasn't for Spider-Verse, we could have had Batman Mask of the Phantasm versus the Iron Giant. WB fight. Warner Brothers brawl. Oh, this is... I am kind of leaning towards Prince of Egypt, but Coco is a good contender. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Prince of Egypt. And here's a weird matchup. Kiki's Delivery Service and the Iron Giants. Again, two very different movies. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Iron Giant, which means that we now have Prince of Egypt versus the Iron Giant.
Oh my god!
This is hard. This one's very hard. I mean, I guess, yeah, maybe, but also, I do like this this poster for Iron Giant, the way it looks like a old school sci-fi film. Moses meeting the Iron Giant. Were you sent by God? That's not how Moses would sound. Chargeman Ken versus Chargeman Ken just leaves a wake, leaves a path of destruction in his wake. I'm coin flipping. I can't decide. All right, heads Prince of Egypt, tails Iron Giant. Oh, heads.
Not scientifically possible!
Prince of Egypt wins, which means now we have to decide this. Again, how do you judge this? Spider-Man meeting Moses. I mean, the Norse gods are and the Greek gods exist in And the Egyptian gods exist in the Marvel Universe. I suppose it's not out of the realm of possibility. Oh man. I should play the Jeopardy music. What, are you just going through all the sounds? Jeez. General Kenobi. Oh, man. Yeah, I think this is going to have to be a coin flip. Alright. Here we go. Heads Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, Tails, Prince of Egypt. Tails. Well, the greatest animated film of all time, apparently. Hey, what are you doing? Bracket fight. Bracket fight. Stop. Stop doing things. I mean, I guess it's not it's a pretty good choice as one. My God, some of those were hard. Alright, well, we're approaching 3 hours now. Biblical, yeah, true. I think, if I remember correctly, like, they were not confident in this movie at all, because nobody's ever really... to do, like, a biblical movie as, like, an animated film like this was kind of just unheard of. What can I say except you're welcome? You should have said that if Moana won. Anyway, well, there you go. Prince of Egypt, greatest animated film of all time, hands down. We learned it here and now. And yeah. All right, well, that'll do it for this month's tier list. Again, I still have a bunch bookmarked, so we'll save those for next time. And again, if anybody finds any good ones, feel free to, let me move my camera this way. Feel free to send them my way. I'll ask for them before we do the next one, of course, but if anybody just happens to find one, you know, let me know and I'll bookmark it. Let me end the music, please. Yeah, that's good to end on. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I think we'll raid out to Jackie. So, we'll do that. Thanks for being here. Let me turn this off, actually, so I can monitor. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for indulging me while I talk about my Dungeons & Dragons character. Be sure to check out the VOD on YouTube if you couldn't make it or if you didn't see the whole thing. Please give me a follow if you haven't done so already. Go to Rob the Casual Gamer where I upload all my streams. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because it helps the channel. And I'll be back on Wednesday with more Psychonauts. We'll probably finish Psychonauts this week. And then we'll start some new stuff next week. So, thanks for being here. And I will see you guys later.